Hi there, welcome. If it is your first time here, I hope you will find this useful and that you will have a look at my other videos. Please like, subscribe and hit the notification button to be notified of any future video. If you are not new to my channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate your support and I hope that you will enjoy this video and it will help you in your journey. You will need speckled beans. I cooked 2 kg of speckled beans, but you will notice that I did not, use the whole lot in this particular meal. So the rest I portioned and then I placed them in the freezer for use later on or in a different meal. You will also require a large onion or 2 onions and carrots. Here as well, I prepared more than I needed, and then the rest I simply tucked away in the fridge, and I only used 3 carrots for this particular meal. Then I used a single green pepper. Normally I would have green, yellow and red peppers when I make this meal. But, we are within a pandemic, and if I don't have a certain ingredient, I make do with what I've got so that I don't rush to the shops every time. If you have red, green and yellow peppers, you can, include them. Your meal will look nice and colorful. I used chicken and it can be any cut. Prior to this, I had already soaked my beans for 24 hours and I changed my water after every 8 hours. Soaking the beans for 24 hours and changing the water every 8 hours helps to release some of the anti-nutrients that are in the beans, and this makes them easier to digest as well. And before cooking, I thoroughly wash the beans. Now that I'm ready to cook, I pour water which slightly covers my beans. And here I'm checking to make sure that I've added enough water. And now I can put on the lid and give it some time to cook. So while I wait for the beans to cook, I will get this ready. And the first thing that I do is I prepare my carrots. So with low carb, you prepare your carrots, slightly different to how you normally would. So the first thing is, of course, I wash my carrots and I peel them if I want, but I don't always peel them. I mean, if they are clean, I can use them without peeling. After cleaning them, I put them in a pot and I pour some cold water, and then I let them boil just a bit. As they start to boil, then I take them out and I put them in cold ice water, and that is to discontinue the cooking process. In fact, you aren't even cooking them, but you are blanching them, and that means you're just getting them ready for cooking so that you are able to do whatever it is that you want to do, whether you want to dice them, grate them, or whatever it is that you want or what you need for the specific recipe that you are working with. And please don't be alarmed. Eating a low carb meal doesn't mean eating boiled food, bland food. No. For instance, here, when my carrots have started boiling, I will immediately take them out of the pot and put them in cold icy water so that the cooking process does not continue. I don't want soggy carrots. I still want to be able to grate them, because that is what I'm going to do here. I'm going to grate them, so I want it to be easy to do that. I do close my lid, but I keep my eye on the carrots, and as soon as they start boiling, I then take them out. Carrots are ready and grated. It's time for me to check on my beans, and I think it's important to stir every once in a while just to prevent them from sticking to the bottom of your pot. All seems to be going well, so I can now put my lid back on and allow the beans to continue to cook. Now let me start with the onions. I've already heated up my oil and I've put my onions in there, and now I'm going to season the onions with salt, and I use pink Himalayan salt, and I let the onions fry for a bit before I add the green pepper. In the meantime, I will prepare the seasoning rub, which I'm going to use to marinate the chicken. So I've got salt, ginger, chicken seasoning, garlic, turmeric. It's important that we mix it up well. So while my onion is frying, I'm now going to marinate or season my meat. Now I'm going to rub the seasoning into the meat. Not only does this make your meat even more tender, but it also adds an extra or complex flavor to your meat. So I take my time with this. I do not rush it at all because I know that it's worth it. By the way, the reason that I like to let my onions fry a bit on their own before I add anything else, it's because that gives them a bit more time to release flavoring into the oil. And I've also found that frying onions before I add anything somehow gives my pot a protective layer. So whatever I add next is less likely to burn. I'm happy with the onion, and I am now ready to add the green pepper. Okay, wait. I've been eating to deal with this spill. Nothing that a little vinegar cannot fix. Okay, let's go. It is now time to add seasoning, and you can add any seasoning of your choice. Okay, this has now been cooking for a while. It smells amazing and tastes great as well. I think it is now time to add carrots. I will let that cook for a bit while I check on the beans. Okay, let's get back to the meat. I've now taken the meat out of the fridge. We are ready to cook. By the way, I'm not using fish oil or sunflower oil or any other oil besides coconut oil, oil that has been rendered by previously cooked meat. It could be beef, it could be chicken, it could be pork, any meat that renders fat. I store the fat and I put it in the fridge. I freeze it if I've got a lot. It actually helps me quite a lot. So that's a tip for those who are budget conscious. While the chicken continues to cook, I'll check on the beans. Look at that, the beans are now ready. I have been keeping an eye on the chicken as well, and I think that it's now ready to plate up. Before plating up, I'm going to mix this with the beans. This is of course a personal choice. You can decide to not combine them prior to plating up. Plate up time has arrived. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe and hit the notification button if you have not already done so. Bye for now.